Brean Down has it's quite a long piece of rock that sticks out. We've also got these lovely sea polished limestone outcrops here, look, and you can see little calcite veins running through the limestone here. Some more caves over here. Should we go and have a quick look? If we can get to them. Who doesn't love a good cave? What we've got here is a layer which is preferentially eroded at the base of the cliff, and certainly it looks like some of these big blocks that I'm walking through have fallen from the cliff at one stage or another. But what we have got, and there aren't many, is quite a large vertical scar there, and again this will be a joint or a fault or a feature like that. And what you tend to find in limestone is that these features will drain the water from the top, and then you can see, look here, there's the formation of a very small cave going upwards through that layer. Not going to stay here too long because again I don't know how stable this rock is, and certainly there's enough of it on the beach to suggest there are at least regular falls. What else have we got here? Just conscious we're getting quite close to the sea. Not sure how much else I'm going to be able to show you, how much else we'll be able to explore together. This is the end of Brean Down. You can see how it starts to sort of lower itself back into the sea, and looking at the ground around us. So I said we were on the Charmouth Mudstone Formation here on the beach. It's only really half right, if I'm honest. So the Charmouth Mudstone Formation is the bedrock geology, and those sort of Jurassic mudstones, just show you up here, look, and then you can see that the limestone comes down fairly low, and we're right down by the sea here. Must be low tide at the moment. Sorry, I was explaining that I said that we're on the Charmouth Mudstone Formation. Well, that's the bedrock geology here, but it's not the surface geology. So the whole Charmouth Mudstone Formation has been covered with these marine beach deposits that you see here. So we're looking at sand, silt, mud, possibly even some gravel deposits. And that's why you can't find any fossils here, or you're unlikely to find fossils here, even though there is a very highly fossiliferous layer not very far below the surface. Now, what does that tell me? Well, that tells me that at some stage the ground was a lot lower here. There would have been an erosion event. Sea level would have been a lot lower. So we're looking potentially at during an ice age. During an ice age, the sea level is a lot lower because the water in the sea is tied up in ice. And therefore, this rock unit that I'm walking over the top of now would have eroded and washed out into presumably the Bristol Channel as it's known now, when it would have been a lot lower. Since then, we've had obviously a sea level rise to give these marine beach deposits that we're walking over. And they extend inland quite some way. If you've seen my video on the Somerset levels, I went to Gold Corner pumping station, which is about sort of 7 or 8 miles inland, but is below sea level. It's quite amazing. And you know, we've got the Somerset levels and very low lying land right the way inland as far as Glastonbury and places like that. Oh, just found a slippery bit again. Forgive me if I stop for a second. Can't really tell the difference between mud ripples and sand ripples here. So, as we, I'm just going to pan round again and show you Brean Down from a little bit further back in this beautiful blue light that we've got.